Let's go ahead and quickly dive into how we can create tables in HTML. And by tables, I simply mean lists of content that are structured in rows and columns. And these are going to be great when we need to provide a lot of information about specific items. So let's go ahead and once again, we're going to clear the area between our body or ending body tag and just above our H1 because we like to give it a title of what we're doing. So let's play with some, yes, you guessed it, tables. And we'll call this tables page. Now, to start a table, they're always going to be enclosed in a table tag. And I'm sure you probably could have guessed that. Now, a table tag can, like most other things, be styled, and we will style these, but for now we're just going to keep it as our table. Now, within our table, we need to set our rows, and we do that before we set the data within that row. So to do that, we're going to give this a TR for table row tag, and within our table row tag, we're going to put our actual data within this row. So the more we put here, the more rows we're going to have. Let's start simply by putting 3. I'm going to type in TD. Now this is going to be our table data. And inside this, we can put specific content. I'm going to perhaps let's put a name to start with. And the second item in our table row is going to be, well, first it'll be another TD, and here we can put perhaps a name. Here we'll put age. Let's do 65. Well, let's do my actual age, 24 years old. And then once again, we can do another row within our table here, and let's do TD. And inside this one, let's just put male because I'm a male. So that is an example of a table. Now, we can create more than one row, and currently within our table, it's just going to be one row. We can go ahead and click our preview button to see what that looks like. Now we have Andrew, 24 years old, and male. Now, you'll notice when I hover over them like that, we can see the section breakup in our row here, but we really can't tell that this is a table. Once again, well, we can't tell because we don't have any CSS, and we're actually going to add just a bit of CSS into this, but first let's go ahead and add 2 more rows. So I'm going to just take this entire table row with the included table descriptions, and I'm going to paste that. Oops, and let's go ahead and paste this one in. We're going to do the exact same thing, so we have 2 more, and let's just give it a random name here. So this will be a girl, Margot. She'll be 23 years old, and she is a female. And let's put some more dummy content in here. Maybe this is Chris, male, and he's 34 years old. All right, so now we have 3 fields specified in here. Let's do something so we can actually see the border of our table. And this is going outside of HTML really quickly. We're going to add some style here. So one thing we can do to actually not show style here, and I was going to add a width, but I just realized we can do border. And we can just specify a border of 1 pixel. And what that's going to do is that's going to show the border of the table. So let's go ahead and save that and view this now. And there we go. So we can see our table here. It looks absolutely atrocious, but I did get through that without having to dip into CSS just yet. I'm trying to stay away from that until we dive into it full steam ahead. But there's an example of an HTML table with the border attribute selected. Now I could get into all the different things we can do with tables, but at this point that's not going to be very important. Now if some problems arise or there are things we need to learn about tables as we develop in the future, of course we're going to go over them, but there are a lot of awesome things you can do with tables when it comes to styling them and making them look really good, especially when you see websites with great, pricing structures. Those are usually going to be tables. So there's definitely creative ways you can work with tables to present data in a very user-friendly, very attractive way.